Right, welcome back. Last time we managed to diplo-vassalize both Bamberg and Bayern München, so that's nice, as well as conquer all of Cleve. Or Jülich, yeah, Jülich. So now all that's left is for the rest of the Westphalian Circle, is to pick up those provinces. Yeah, I'll probably go for these two as well on my own when I go up against revolutionary Spain. Honestly, these last few Spanish provinces are probably the only ones I'm going to conquer directly. As well as maybe Aachen at some point or another. Yeah, Bohemia's in another war with Hungary, so... But I've got quite a bit of aggressive expansion at the moment, so... well... I mean, Saxony doesn't like me, that's for sure, but what else is new? I'm gonna have to conquer them at some point. Thankfully, they're the only ones with that much of aggressive expansion. So the rest will decay in about 10 years or so. So I'll probably move on to new territories in 5 years. Again, using my vassals to expand. I'm gonna transfer all this stuff over to Bayern München, for example. You know, after all, correct religion and correct culture group, so... yeah. Honestly, these countries have done a very good job of sticking to their culture group, I have to admit. The only ones left with my culture group are one little bit of Bentheim, and then Spain and Aachen. The rest is the, well, High Germanic culture group. But I have reached the, I have reached a cultural union, because I've gotten a high enough international importance, significant. So now I've got plenty of culture slots for these new cultures. It's just that in order to help with aggressive expansion, vassal feeding is going to be a lot easier. Although I'm probably going to integrate Bamberg sooner rather than later because I don't really need two over here. Oh, until probably until things are a bit larger after all. Seems a bit smarter. Right. Right. Property redistribution. And Grendel. Yep, I'm definitely recruiting more manpower now. A lot more. The Ottomans aren't busy in the war at the moment, so it might actually be a good time to go after Spain, so I can drag the Ottomans in, which will turn this from a mostly defensive fight, where I get most of my war score from the fact that I can, well, breeze through any enemies, into something that I can actually work with. Because the Ottomans can easily beat up the likes of Hungary and Austria. Easily. I mean, look, they've got good mill tech. Sure, they're a bit behind in admin tech. But, well, that's not really that important, is it? Right. Okay, let's see here. Which one has a fortification? Neither of them. So Courtria is probably the best choice here. Sure, I don't have any claims on this stuff, but... Oh yeah, that definitely balances out the numbers. A lot more. I mean, like this. Not even 100k out in the field. Here? Yeah. The Ottomans probably don't have amazing levels of quality, but they certainly have a heck of a lot of quantity. Yeesh. Okay. That's quite a bit of lag. Right, so... how's corruption doing? Yeah, resting point's really low. It's nice to see that the laws are negative. Despite the fact they don't have any anti-corruption specific effects active. Which just goes to show that I actually have reduced corruption from laws. So the higher my state reach becomes, the better. Okay, I need to find another province. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. The value's up here somewhat. There it is. Yep. All I have to do is work towards a couple more things. Oh, I even have enough bureaucratic influence to do it now if I want to. 20 loyalty would be a bit much, but it's the last reform I need. Well, I can go ahead and do a couple things. Show the version of the 1800. Huh? I can't touch that just yet, so. Right, where's the promote support commerce? Oh right. Oh right, it's every 10 years, that stuff. Well, time to promote the aristocratic faction again then. I had forgotten. The stuff that I usually use for the burghers and the clergy only happen every 10 years. I really gotta find a better way to get the clergy to support me. Monetary donations are not something I really like to do. Balance. Just barely break even. Why is that? Something caused my property expenses to spike. Okay, I'm not sure what it was. Just clergy loyalty. Boosting the power per in every province does not sound like the greatest of ideas. It's going to make it more difficult to get them under my control. It doesn't really matter right now. That can be handled later. So. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I decided I had a good opportunity to go to war with revolutionary Spain because Hungary was busy with Bohemia. And I had recently grabbed tech for military because I'm constantly getting close to the limit, so I might as well spend it. Tech seems like the best thing to spend it on anyway. Oh, and the Ottomans were free, so may as well. Still not quite at the point where I want to be, though. So I would like to transfer all cores of Bayern München that Austria and Hungary own over to, you know, use the transfer core thing. I may as well, after all. But I've yet to get either of them to be willing to do that. In fact, I don't think they're willing for a white peace yet, either of them. Hungary's getting close, but someone needs to siege down Pest. And working on Austria right now. I was able to get Padua out of the war. The only thing is, when I put the screen on, it lags really badly. I mean, look at it. I'm not sure what's causing it to be so bad, but it is. But apparently my side has actually managed to lose more troops. troops. I mean, look at that attrition damage. Well, at least we have more cannons, but still. We have way more ships, too. Heavy ships, anyway. The Ottomans have a massive galley navy, that's for sure. I mean, I've got a pretty big one, too, but not that size. I have been getting plenty of war score from battles. 11. Yeah. Almost all that war score is from, well, the war goal, and from all the battles I do. Because I win almost every one of them. The only one I've lost was when Padua was attacking the sieging army at Ostmark, and they had 50% more troops than I did. Actually, that had been double the troops. But I managed to white piece them after some sieging down. And that's pretty important because everyone else is honestly kind of a pushover. Padua isn't. Spain has terrible army composition. All infantry, all cavalry armies kind of tell you that they have not been setting up their troops well. Not only that, they're behind on tech. Hungary is good on tech, but they don't have good quality idea groups. They're only just now working on quality ideas, so they have great ideas too. Austria doesn't have many troops. They've got good terrain, but wow. The Ottomans are doing a good job of sieging down Hungary, though, which I greatly appreciate. I mean, that's the point. That's the reason why I brought them in. They're an extremely convenient source of manpower and sieges. So yeah, current goal is to grab these 3 provinces for myself. They are the last of the provinces I need for this mission that I need directly from them. I do need this province from France, which is just great. I also need a state from, well, the entire state of Hesse from Saxony, but that's something to be dealt with later. I can just hand it off to Bayern München. Gonna have to integrate Bamberg at some point. Alright. It's probably a good idea to improve relations anyway with all my subject states in order to reduce liberty desire, because it's starting to become, well, it's gotten above 0, so. Anyway, that's really about it. I have had my musings with the political reforms, but I can get universal law later, and then maximize the efficiency of my tax collection system. I'm gonna need it. My finances aren't looking the greatest right now. I can also then work on, well, finishing up the last reforms? Is it really? No, yeah, it's okay, so there's 6 military reforms. Then I can also work on getting my military reforms up. I mean, once this last bureaucratic reform is out of the way, I don't really need to worry about burger opinion. I mean, someday I might go to free cities. Nah, probably not. It gives the burgers more power than I'm willing to give them. I would like to go to commercial law. That would be convenient. The metropolitans have neither the power nor the influence. Oh well. Again, it's something that can be handled later. You know, you would think that this would be the easiest country to get freeholding with. I'm having trouble getting just that. Heck, I'm starting to consider that maybe I won't be able to get the gentry below 50% power. Oh well. Improving the tax system will work wonders. Right, I have definitely gone on long enough. Wasn't expecting to take this long. I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.